Hey, what's up, everybody? EJV from Too Sweet Cosplay here. Thank you for everybody who's watching this. Unfortunately, due to scheduling and time conflicts, we had to film our own separate videos. But you'll see all of our predictions, and let's not waste any time. Let's get to mine. Here we go. All right, first match on the night is the Raw Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits defending against Angel Garza and Andrade Cien Almas. This is pretty much an easy pick. I'm gonna go with Street Profits to retain, only because booking wise it makes sense. With them finding out that Selena Vega was the one who poisoned Montez Ford and kept him out for the past couple weeks. So, and you know that even if Selena's there at ringside, Street Profits will probably have the foil in Montez's wife, Bianca Belair. So, can't wait to see what happens with this match. It's gonna be, we know it's gonna be good because of who we got in the ring there. I'm definitely, like I said, Street Profits to retain. Next is what originally was supposed to be the hair versus hair match, which is now a no disqualification loser leaves WWE match between Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I'm gonna go with of course, another obvious one in my opinion, anyways. Mandy Rose. As many of you know, Sonya Deville has been dealing with some personal issues outside of here, including mainly the main focus, which is the stalker that broke into her house and had basically threatened to kidnap her and do harm. Broke into her house and it traumatized her, and I'm thinking she's going to take time off and kind of restructure her thoughts and get her mind back together after dealing with that horrific situation. And so I'm going to go with Mandy Rose on this one. Next is the street fight between Dominic Mysterio and Seth Rollins. You know this is personal between Seth and him. You know Mysterio will be Bray will be by Dominic's side at SummerSlam, while Seth has, of course, Buddy Murphy. I expect Dominic. I'm hoping Dominic walks out with the victory. I'm hoping, but I wouldn't be surprised if Seth won this, being Dominic's first match ever as an in-ring performer. You know he's going to take some lumps and he's going to pay some more dues in this match, so I'm not expecting anything that I really, I'm not expecting, the 5-star match, 6 stars if it was in the Tokyo Dome match that we usually get from a Seth Rollins, but this should be an interesting bout, probably violent bout, and I can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully Dominic pulls out the victory. Next up is the United States Championship match. Apollo Crews taking on MVP. I'm going to go with MVP to win the U.S. title. Apollo Crews has had a great run so far, but I'm thinking that MVP is going to bring home the gold to the Hurt Business. And that's just only based on what's been going on with the Hurt Business and Apollo. And, of course, it's going to be a regular one-on-one match where the Hurt Business is gone from ringside, so this should be interesting on that front. Coming up now is going to be 2 matches possibly in a row. We don't know the structure of the cards, so it could be in a row. It could be 1 match now, 1 match, 2 matches later. But we'll see. It's the Raw and SmackDown Women's titles on the line. Bayley defending her SmackDown Women's title, and Sasha Banks defending her Raw Women's title against Asuka in 2 separate matches. I'm expecting Asuka to maybe walk out with the SmackDown Women's title, but Bayley or Sasha Banks to retain a Raw Women's title. I'm thinking that could be a big possibility there, but it's dependent on if Sasha will be in Bayley's corner and if Bayley will be in Sasha's corner for those matches. If that's the case, I see both champions retaining their titles, because it would be cool if Asuka took one of the belts, but we'll see on that. That's a pick 'em there as well. Next up on the card, as I get to my document here. Next up is going to be the Universal Championship match. The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman. I'm going to think that the Fiend is going to win this title because it's just booking-wise it makes sense. As many of you saw, Braun beat Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt. He beat the Fiend, or not the Fiend, but Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. So it only makes sense if you really want to go that route. We know WWE has an unfortunate habit of screwing things up and screwing up long-term booking in a sense. And if things go the way they're supposed to, in my opinion, we'll see the Fiend walk out with Universal Championship go like he really needs it. But then again, that's a whole other topic for a whole nother show. So next up in the main event, the WWE Championship, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. This one has a couple different factors, kind of similar to the Bray Wyatt Strowman match involving Alexa Bliss too. In the process of that, Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton have two factors: Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels. The question is, will Flair show up? Even though we've heard that his basically this little run in WWE is basically done, as he was written off TV with the punt. And Shawn even said in one of his in-ring promo that it could be a super kick and it could be a claymore, but you won't see it coming. And it makes sense, and it kind of gives you in your head a little bit of an inkling of maybe Shawn will turn on Drew, or maybe Shawn will come back for one more run, maybe a chance at the championship. But that's going to be up to interpretation as always. We won't know until the show ends, unless somehow some spoilers leak. But I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain. I don't think he's going to drop the belt to Orton, and I think Orton's got more feuds that he can work with, but we'll see. Finally, I'm going to give you my excitement level, and that is I'm going to be honest and go with a 6. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am excited to see some of the matches on the card, but I'm just not excited as I would for like an NXT TakeOver. The TakeOver card is pretty strong, and that's what I based my when I did the NXT TakeOver predictions, which you may see, may not see, depending on what goes on. I gave that an 8 because of how strong the card was compared to other TakeOver cards in the past. This one is not of a strong SummerSlam card as we usually see, but WWE's doing the best they can. So, just excitement level wise, I'm going to give it a 6. And that's it for my predictions anyways. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to check out the other predictions, whether they're on our social media platforms at 2SweetCosplay, and that includes youtube.com/2SweetCosplay. Of course, don't forget to check out the episode of 2 Sweet Converse, the special Wizard World edition, as we look back at Wizard World's past on what would be Wizard World 2020, but of course, due to the pandemic, that won't be happening. So we kind of reminisce and look back at some of our favorite moments and favorite times with our booth and so much more. So please check that video out. Otherwise, besides that, thank you guys once again, and we hope you enjoy TakeOver, SummerSlam, and AEW Dynamite on TNT. Too sweet, everybody.